Hello, how is everybody doing today? I want to share the press release for you. Go check out everyone's videos. Activision just sent me this. I want to read some of it to you. I marked it up with some of the highlights. Maybe if some other people missed it, I can share that with you. How many vehicles there are, when it's coming out, prices, what systems. Just a bunch of goodies. There's the official logo if you haven't seen it. Skylanders is bringing another trailblazing innovation to the #1 kids console with the launch of Skylanders Superchargers on September 20th, 2015 in North America. So there's the date. That is much earlier than past games. I'll give you the dates for Europe and Australia in a second. Australia is released before Europe, if you wanted to know. At the helm of the powerful tricked out land, sea, and sky vehicles, Portal Masters can engage in a high-octane adventure video game like never before. Kids can speed across Skyland's roads in vehicular combat, race down roaring rapids, and engage in aerial dogfights as they barrel through enemy swarms for the first time. So, in these vehicles, you'll be able to fly. You'll be able to swim. So, there'll be some flying parts, some underwater parts. Very cool. Developed by Vicarious Visions, which Swap Force was my favorite game, so they do a good job. Skylanders Superchargers offers a rich, story-driven gameplay experience filled with vehicle-based and on-foot adventure. So, those who worried about it being a vehicle-only game, it's both. I still think it's primarily a on-foot kind of experience as you would expect. Based on on-foot adventures, combat, puzzles, mini-games, activities, and platforming set within a variety of all-new compelling environments. There's a quote, don't need to read that. Skylanders Superchargers features a brand new class of heroes called Superchargers. Superchargers, excuse me. So that's what they're called. And it looks like some of the base characters, core characters if you will, from previous games like Stealth Elf, like Terrafin, maybe even Trigger Happy, might be Superchargers in this game. Called Superchargers, who are distinct with fresh moves, powerful attacks, and all new weapons. These Superchargers also have special in-game abilities that help Portal Masters fight chaos. 20 new Supercharger character toys and 20 new vehicle toys will be available. So there'll be 20 Superchargers. So that is 2 per element. We have now 10 elements. The last game introduced 2 new elements, dark and light. So that'll be 2 per element, kind of what we expect, which has been the case for the last couple games. And there'll be 20 new vehicles. More about the vehicles. Players will have the ability to customize all vehicles in-game with super cool modifications and upgradable weapons. So, you can customize the vehicles, which will be cool, modifications, weapons. So they're kind of like a Skylander in their own way. You can upgrade and do all that kind of stuff. For the ultimate gameplay experience, players can pair a Supercharger Skylander with its signature vehicle to create a supercharged combination, unlocking an exclusive mod that revs up the performance of both the vehicle and the character. So basically what they're saying is, if a supercharger goes with a certain vehicle, it'll be more powerful as you would expect. Kind of like Trapmasters opening up the gates or breaking the crystal in the last game. Not only are the vehicles playable in-game, but also many feature moving parts, making them fun to play with outside of the game. This was kind of my concern. It's very cool. Basically what they're saying is they have moving parts. So you can, like a Hot Wheel toy, grab it, rev it around wherever you want. You can play with it, is what they're saying. Movable wheels, it won't be a static Skylander figure. So I kind of hinted at that. I said I hope they have movable characters, but they have movable vehicles. So they did something I said, kind of, right? Additionally, Skylanders Supercharger supports all 300 plus Skylanders. So those of you who worried that you won't be able to play past Skylanders, you can play them all. So there is still a reason to have every single Skylander. Additionally, Skylander Supercharged supports all 300 plus Skylander toys, enabling all Skylander characters to pilot land, sea, or sky-based vehicles. Which means, and I kind of didn't realize this reading this the first time, every character that you have in your collection, Chill, Slam Bam, can get in a vehicle and go and use it in the land, sea, or the sky base, whatever it is. So that is very cool. You can use them all, which kind of in the past you couldn't think you had to have a certain character to go in a gate or a Trapmaster to go in a gate. Every Skylander 300 plus can use vehicles. More quotes we don't need to know. This is storyline for the game. The game's storyline focuses on Chaos's latest attempt to rule Skylands. In his efforts to take down Skylanders, Chaos has unleashed his most sinister weapon ever. Doom Station of Ultimate Doomstruction, which we kind of saw earlier. If you saw the Skylanders thing about the comic book, they kind of talked about this. Capable of eating the sky itself. Fortunately, Master Ian has seen the warning signs and assembled a special team of Skylanders to pilot an unstoppable fleet of land, sea, and sky vehicles with the power to travel through the rain of destruction to stop chaos. I'm trying to read this quick and point out certain things to get it up so you guys know, because I know there are videos already up at this point, but they might not have this detail and they might miss some of this stuff. To support the game's announcement, Motorsports champion Travis Pastrana stars in the Skylanders Superchargers trailer, which I just watched. Go watch that video, my first reaction to the trailer to the game. Fans can pre-order Skylanders Supercharger starter packs beginning on June 3rd, which is today. If you want to order it right now, you can. The price is $74.99 in North America, which includes 2 new Skylander characters, the Stealth Elf and the Spitfire character, a Skylander vehicle, which I should have written down the name of it, but you get a vehicle, a newly designed Pearl of Power, which looks amazing, and here are the systems that it works on. Skylander Superchargers will be available on Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, Nintendo Wii U, and then a different unique adventure will be made available on Nintendo Wii. So they're still supporting the Wii with this game, but it won't be probably the full game. It will be completely different, and the Nintendo DS as well, handheld, and the complete game will be available on the iPad too. Here are the release dates, and this wraps up the press release. September 20th in North America, September 24th, Australia, New Zealand, September 25th in Europe. That is much earlier by at least a week, almost 2 weeks from previous games. There you have it. Like I said, there's stuff in here that I'm sure people didn't touch on. Go watch everyone's videos. Support everyone who loves Skylanders like we do. Going back through some of the stuff, there'll be 20 vehicles and 20 superchargers, which means 2 per element, basically. You can customize all the vehicles, which will be nice. If you can, we'll skip that. Probably the biggest point for me is this. 2 points. It's very cool that they have moving parts. Like I said, I kind of wanted the Skylanders to have moving parts, but the fact that the vehicles do, that's cool. You can, if you're a kid, you like Hot Wheels, you can race them, do whatever you want as a toy. And the game supports all 300 plus Skylanders, so like me, if you have every single one from previous games, it supports it. Not only does it support it, you can play every character as it sounds like in a vehicle, which is cool. They're not limiting it to just the superchargers. That is simply amazing. September 20th is the date. 24th Australia, 25th Europe. It's available on all the same systems as the last game was. I'll put some pictures. My last video probably today will be some pictures, some slide in-game pictures they sent. Later on, we'll probably do a live stream, some reaction with Carl, Malistol, Steve Smith, Caden Yerk Gaming possibly. Stay tuned for that. Watch all the videos, get hyped, get excited. It looks good. My initial reaction is, it looks good. Glad you can use all the characters and glad they can all ride vehicles. Vicarious Visions, bam. I think you nailed it. We'll see you in a video very soon. It's going to be a crazy day. Adios.